Hi, Neil Pointer from Leadership Soapbox, and I've got an interesting one for us today. And it's something I'm really intrigued to hear people's feedback on. Because there's a little bit of a story. Something happened last weekend that I want to roll over and chew over a bit. And it's about someone really succeeding at something with a plan to do it. And they then tell us about it. So when you've watched all of this, I'd be really fascinated to hear what you think and to see what your thoughts are on how we achieve success. So drop me a comment afterwards and just, sort of say hi and tell me what you think about it. So what happened was, and this is a sporting thing, but it's not so much about the sporting thing, it's the way in which it was done. So last weekend, there's a guy who plays golf, Phil Mickelson. Now, if you're a golfer, you know who Lefty Phil is. Okay, so Phil Mickelson is 50 years old and 11 months. And last weekend, he won one of the 4 major championships that there are in golf. Now, you might go, hey, big whoop-de-doo, so what? Well, the big whoop-de-doo is he hasn't won one for 8 years. This is his 6th, by the way. So he's no slouch, Phil. But also, he is now the oldest person to win one of the majors by now clear to nearly 3 years. And it's not so much what he did, it's the way he's done it, because afterwards, and I'm going to put a link to this down below in the comments, he did a press conference. And it's only 3 minutes long, and I really want you to watch this press conference because he talks about what it was that got him back up to this level where he could compete and really play at the highest level again after so long. I think he's been playing since he on the professional circuit since he was 18. I mean, wow, this guy's been around for ages and he's come back. Now, as I say, the press conference link is down below. Watch it, please. It's only 3 minutes long. Give it a watch and listen to what he says. And when you've done that, put some comments down at the bottom and let's talk about this because I think there's so much here. Now, what are those 4 things that he talks about? Okay, so desire, belief, focus, practice. Desire, belief, focus, practice. Okay, so let's just break it down a bit. Desire. He still wanted to play the game. And it wasn't just playing the game. He wanted to be back at the highest level. Phil's been playing in all the championships and all the majors for years. And still doing good scores. But not really right at that peak level. And he realized that he still had the desire. The belief was that he could do it, that he was still capable of playing at that high level. Now it's then, when you go, okay, so we've got the desire and the belief. Now he then talks about, I needed more focus. I think he's talking about out on the course, but I also think he's talking about the focus to put in the amount of practice and effort and work that he had to do. And by the way, what he doesn't talk about, but I think is inferred, is that there's a plan. So what we've got here, this wasn't just some older player getting lucky. This was by design. This was him going, I really want to do this, and I believe I can, and how am I going to do it? And then setting out with a methodology of how he was going to do it. The other thing that comes over, I think, is some of his humility. Phil, for those of you who don't know him, is known as the People's Champion. He's a very popular player because of his interaction with the crowds and the amount of time he'll spend with fans. It is well known he'll spend 2 hours after the end of play signing autographs. So this is not just someone who's very successful. He's a nice guy. God damn it, he can do both. Interesting though, isn't it? He can do both. So I'm really interested. Please have a look at this press conference link. Watch it 3 minutes and then come back with some comments, because I think this is fascinating. I wonder how we can use this. And it's just getting an insight into someone who has achieved phenomenal success over an extended period of time. Great, that's it. I hope you're all well out there. Stay safe with COVID, because it's so important that we do at the moment. And yeah, just give me an insight into what you're thinking in the comments. Thanks very much. I'll see you next time.